and it's all happening at Arsenal. As a lot of movements in and out of Arsenal. Arsenal are making moves, silent moves, major moves, all the moves that's happening at Arsenal. Majorly, players are going to be leaving Arsenal. First team players are going to be leaving Arsenal this summer, and it's going to be surprising some of you on the players we are going to be discussing today that is going to be probably might leave Arsenal this summer. Welcome to Vote Sports. My name is Godwin, and I am here with the guys in the studio to discuss all that is happening in transfer windows, all that is happening in the Premier League, the Serie A, and the La Liga. Things that are happening around the football. Players are moving, coaches are starting their season have started, so coaches are looking at what they are going to be doing next season. Okay, guys, good morning. Also, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Okay, let's start with Arsenal. But before I start with Arsenal, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. At Vote FM Sports, go there, drop your comments. We bring your comments live here in the studio. You can also join the conversation with us here in the studio. The number to call is 0706 048 5853. I'm going to be taking your calls, your contribution on the studio. Okay, guys, let's start with Arsenal, because Arsenal news came out yesterday about Emile Smith Rowe. Emile Smith Rowe is going to be leaving Arsenal. Fulham is bidding them. It's going to be their club record for £35 million, and Arsenal are negotiating to sell him. Yesterday's friendly game, they played a friendly game yesterday, but he was on a unused sub. He wasn't introduced. So after the game, they asked Arteta how far for the guy. He said it's better to leave him out of the game because a lot of things are happening at the background. So what do you make of this transfer, John? Do you think that it's a good move for Smith Rowe? Because one thing he will get is he's going to be playing almost 90 minutes and almost all the games, because he's going to be their record signing, John.
Yeah, I think for him, basically, it's a good move. He gets to, leave the Arsenal setup. He gets to go get some minutes at Fulham playing first team football. I keep saying that there's a spot for him on that side because there's no other 10 there, and he's going to have a showing at getting a starting spot. I've always said before that every player in the Premier League, they are looking for a home. They are looking for a club where they are sure of a starting spot. They can play, they can contribute. They want to make impact in the Premier League, and it's a good thing for him. My only side note, however, would be that Arsenal have a buyback clause in the contract, so that if maybe somebody moves on, maybe later in the future, they can pull him back, because you need to keep your best talents either way.
But so what do you think about this, John? Because it hurts me, because I think that they gave him the number 10 shirt last season. Do you understand? Everybody was thinking this guy is going to be the number 10. Probably they looked at him and Vieira, and Arteta says, okay, let's keep Vieira and say, probably because of the money, Smith will give them more money than Vieira.
Vieira is probably worth about 50 million quid or 50 million pounds. So it's okay to say Vieira can go, right? Smith Rowe stays because of the work energy he has to put in. He's a graduate from the youth setup. He has space to burn. He's creative in a different way from Odegaard and the rest of them. He's not one of those one-touch, one-two kind of players. He's different. And I think in the Arsenal fold, you need someone who will give you something different, which they don't have right now in the side. So for people saying he's going to come into the Fulham side and bust into the scene, it's going to, because there are other players in the Fulham side that could do the same thing he does at Arsenal. Drive through the middle.
Okay, I disagree. But if you're going to pay 35 million naira for a player,
sure, he has to start, irrespective.
Come on.
He has to start. There's no two ways about it.
No, you're saying if you pay 75, 25, you're paying 35, and he must start.
Of course.
Look at the City side. There's a Jack Grealish who was paid 100 million pounds.
This is not City. Fulham are not City.
100 million pounds, and he's sitting on the bench. He's sitting on the bench, and he's comfortable there. At some point, they paid more than 30 million for Kelechi Iheanacho, and he was on the bench. So the price tag that you come with does not necessarily mean you would have to.
But you can't say that, because this is not Fulham are not Man City. They are not Man City, so what goes for Man City cannot go for Fulham, because they are not in the same cadre. They are totally not in the same league, obviously. So for Fulham, you are getting an English lad. You are getting a number 10 into your side. You currently do not have anybody that can play in that capacity and match him man for man and what he does. You do not. You have two CMs in that side. You have an Iwobi who can drift in. Iwobi is like a free player. He doesn't have a position he's nailing down to for himself. So he can come in. You have people who can come in and do a job when this man is not in the game. And you have the guy who can come in and spearhead that midfield. And if you're asking me, Arsenal are doing themselves wrong by letting him go, because he should be the one that should be coming in to replace Odegaard. So if he is going out right now, please put a buyback clause in that contract, because you want to
He's
keep this
24 and you're putting a buy.
Come on.
After 5 years, you want to buy him back to.
Come on.
After 5 years, he is still going to be in his prime as a midfielder.
When you know Arsenal will probably get another
He's still
player
going to
from
be in
the
his
youth
prime as a
setup.
midfielder.
Arsenal get another player from the youth setup to replace Odegaard in the nearest future, and you're telling me a buyback
In the
clause
youth setup.
for
Okay.
Odegaard.
Okay, but wait. Emily Smith-Rowe is moving already, because he wasn't used yesterday. Now, if you look at that transfer, what do you think about that transfer? Because everybody was thinking that this guy is the future. He's the future number 10 for Arsenal. They gave him the number 10 shirt. Everybody think he's moving, but now Arteta is saying probably he's moving.
This is happening in football. Like it or leave it. I think the major issue with Joe is not because he's a good player. Injuries. You can't have your future number 10 or your future Odegaard or your next Odegaard, and he can't play 15 matches or 10. Still fit. He got it right end of last season, and you could get money out of him. If you don't get him now, get him out now, he will not become a liability. So I watched that game yesterday, this early this morning, the whole of Arsenal's game, and I think for me, the future now, if Smith-Rowe goes, it's going to be the Nigerian boy. That guy played about something minutes yesterday. It was fantastic. Even when they made all the changes, brought in the senior players, he was still there, and they kept him just behind, pairing with Odegaard at midfield. So he might be the future. For Smith-Rowe leaving, I think it's going to be a win-win for everybody. He already knows he cannot make it again or break him to the Arsenal side. Already, Vieira is already on top of him in the pecking order. Then you cannot tell me Smith-Rowe will go to Fulham and not start. It's not going to happen.
After playing 35,
It's not possible.
going to happen.
Whether the family or not, my brother, if you give me Iwobi as 10 and give me Smith-Rowe, I'll pick Smith-Rowe any day, anytime.
Up.
There's no two. Iwobi can play better from the wings. The only guy that you can say is going to compete with Smith-Rowe in that team is Alex Pereira, the Brazilian guy who played the Copa America for Brazil. Now it's beautiful to have those two persons on the field, but if you look at it, they have to find a solution. For the coach to say I want Smith-Rowe, there's a reason for it. Maybe somebody is going to leave Fulham. We don't know. They've lost Paulina.
Yes.
Yeah, as a
Already he has
defensive
gone to Bayern
midfielder.
Munich. So it's possible now that Pereira will be dropping down while Smith-Rowe will be ahead of him. So there's a plan for it. For you to cough out £35 million for Smith-Rowe, you cannot put him on the bench unless he's injured. There's no two ways to it.
Okay, you're talking about his injuries. If you look at what City did with Gundogan, he was injured for most part of his career at City. But if you look at Pep, trust him, and he delivered that last final 2 years. Gundogan delivered the Champions League. I feel that Arteta should actually give him a chance.
No, at the moment, but Arsenal does not need any passengers on the bus. That's the truth. They have to be able to call upon you anytime and you deliver. They are fighting for. Man City can afford not to have Gundogan for 39 matches out of 38 matches. Even enjoy preseason. They have everybody they need in that side. So I won't really have that as a comparison. Yes, you are correct. But if Arsenal won the title last season, or they've won the 2 titles in the past 5 years, you can say, okay, let's manage Smith-Rowe. Let's see how we can make him better. Let him be a very good player. But you cannot do that right now. They are fighting for something. They need everybody fit as a field and strong.
Okay, no. So if you look at how he plays, he brings a different style of play. If you compare him with Odegaard, Vieira, and all that, he is one that can drive that ball from defense to midfield. He can run with the ball. That's what I'm saying. He brings a different setup for Arsenal in that midfield. So for me, I think that he should be the one that they should be looking to keep. Vieira and Odegaard, they're similar. Their style are basically similar. But if you look at Smith-Rowe, it's different. So for you, what do you think? Do you think that is the wrong move? So if they give you to choose, do you think Vieira or Smith-Rowe? Who would you choose if you are a coach?
Tiki-taka, Vieira.
Oh,
I need something different
nobody
on the pitch. I need something different on the pitch. I know that I look at my bench. I make instances. Let me make instances in the Champions League. Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. They were playing the same thing. If you look at the bench, you had a Modric that will still come and play the same thing Toni Kroos plays. But what did he do? Instead of taking out Jude Bellingham, he took out Valverde and brought in Bryan Diaz. He took out Rodrigo and brought in Joselu. Immediately after that stop, I just told the next person, Real Madrid was still losing at that. I just told the next person they don't win. that these two people brought in can bring in something totally different
especially
from the
locally.
setup. And Brahim, they could just run at the defense and everything could change. So after that two setup, I told the next person I meet, they don't win. So for Arsenal side, you don't have this on the bench, and you want to win a game against City, and you're playing the same tiki-taka with City, you're all bombarded, crowded in the midfield. Who will make that breakthrough run?
And what I watched this morning, Vieira is going to play ball this season.
From the tiki-taka angle now.
Exactly. What I watched this morning, I don't know where the guy got energy from. Where he got power from. There was, I think the 3rd minute, there was a drive Vieira made from the middle of the pitch.
He's learning to drive
on
now.
the wing goal.
He's
Drove
learning
and
to
drove and
drive.
cut in. It was amazing. And the goal was perfect. Beautiful.
See, he's learning to drive now. For the Arsenal side in the Premier League, you're playing against a fully 11 defensive Wolverhampton Wanderers or a full-chested defensive Brentford
Who do you need?
and Nottingham Forest. Who do you need to change that game?
Vieira.
You choose Vieira ahead of Rowe.
Yes.
That you know he can run through that defense
I will.
with muscle. After just one game, you saw him run through it yesterday.
No.
You're still looking at tiki-taka side of play, and you
Exactly.
won't get it.
I will choose
Once you
Vieira
play
ahead
the
of
pass,
Smith
somebody's
Rowe
kicking it out.
any day. I'm telling you the truth. Because I just come in and you're trusting him to come and score goal, 15 minutes to go, and they give him one kick, he has injured his knee. It's over.
Okay, I think it's a personal preference. And what I'm looking at, they are looking at the money aspect of
Exactly.
it. Smith Rowe will actually fetch them more money than Vieira if you look at it in that angle. So I think that's probably why they make that move to sell him. But let's see what happens. Good luck to Smith Rowe when he moves, and I hope he does well there. Probably not against Arsenal, but but I hope he does well. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FN Sports. We are live on YouTube at Vote FN Sports. We have a lot of comments. Okay, he's saying Fulham cannot buy a 35 million naira player that is English and keep him on the bench. Emmanuel is also saying it would be a wrong to sell Smith Rowe and keep Vieira. I think so, because Vieira gives Arsenal a different feel when he plays. Unfortunately for him, the injuries could not allow him. But another player that is about to behind him, he's not a player. Use him and he does well. Sometimes wrong with the ball from the wing. I was expecting probably he's going. Obviously, everybody is looking for game time. He is about 24 years now, so he should be looking to be playing first team football. And if you look at it, he's not breaking into that first 11, even in the next 5 seasons. So, nothing to Leicester City going. What do you make of that, though?
Best move for them. That's what I'm telling you to say. When you get to a certain level, from the age of 23, 24, 25, and you're not getting regular time, you know it's time to go. Because your next contract might tie you down in that side, and you'll be frustrated and run out of contract. So for Nelson is not a bad player, just that there are players in the pecking order ahead of him. So I don't have an issue with Arsenal releasing, letting Nelson go for some. Maybe Nelson will even give you another 20-something million again, or 20 million. Don't forget, all these teams under are desperate to get proven or tested Premier League players to help them drive in the season. So Nelson, for me, I think is also a good one, not for the club. I like squad depth, but for the player.
I'm trying to ask, because still all these first team players, we are not really buying. They are not buying.
But Arsenal is going to buy. I don't think they're not going to buy.
They've agreed deal already.
But they should be looking to sign players, because I think this is just going to be maybe a purchase clear out, and then you now bring in 2 or 3 players into the side.
Yeah.
But then this also goes another angle to show you that they are going to be a lighter side, and that is bad when you're playing 4 competitions this season.
We can't agree on that yet. We
Just
don't know what they're planning to do.
big English, purchase, whatever. Leader English. You see what Arsenal want to do? Calafiori is already worth 50 million. They don't have that in their pocket yet. These players will add money to Calafiori's buying, because they've already agreed the deal last night. It's now up to Calafiori to travel all the way to the US for medical, either today or tomorrow. Yes. Now that deal is settled. Close that case. Now you're looking for Saka's replacement. Now Arsenal, see, anyhow you want to drive this, go left, go right. Arsenal are settled in the midfield. In that middle, they have 10 players in that middle that could take on any day, they could call on any day, anytime, except for Thomas Partey's replacement, direct replacement. But at some point, what's it called? I like Declan Rice can replace him, but not to that efficiency There's Jorginho on the bench. There are other players on the bench that could do well in the Arsenal fold in midfield. What Arsenal needs right now is to raise money, according to John Pre-purchase English, is money for the attack and Calafiori. So 2 players coming into Arsenal fold is all you need this season.
No.
Okay, if-
No.
Then I disagree.
2 or 3.
You need a left back. You also
don't
need
need
somebody
Calafiori
in
is
the
coming in.
position.
Calafiori is coming in as a
Bros.
left back.
Calafiori is coming
As a
left.
left
You have
back.
Keane
Then
that's not
Saka.
good. You have
Saka's
Saka that's not
replacement.
good. Saka is maybe a 9.
And a striker. That is what Arsenal needs right
That's
now.
what I'm thinking about. If I'm Arteta, probably he's selling all those players. He has to convert one of them to a winger. If you notice last season, he was trying out Martinelli from the right wing. If you notice what he played more.
Because you have Trossard there.
Yeah, so he was trying them at the right wing. But what I'm thinking, that probably he want to move Zinchenko to the
To the midfield. Yeah, it's very
Then
possible because
that's-
it's not letting him go.
Yes, because if you are selling Smith Rowe,
Smith Rowe
that's
and
that's
Nelson.
Yeah,
Imagine.
yeah.
So he's trying to probably bring Zinchenko to the midfield, which for me is better because he's a liability for Arsenal when he plays
back.
at the
Yes.
back. So if you look at the whole Arsenal setup now, they are only bought one player. Who do you think that they should be? Because there are no rumors, there are nothing else apart from California. They are focusing on that. Apart from that, they need Saka's
And the
replacement.
number 9.
And but they are not
Need
going to
a
buy
number 9.
They are
There's
not
no
going to buy
two
it.
ways
See,
about it.
You
like
know
I
that they're
said,
not going to
There's
buy
no
it.
two
It's-
ways
it's-
about
they forget
it.
it, they
Like,
forget the
crying out
Like-
loud.
Yesterday, if you see the good pass
Coming
that
to
he
the
gave to
box.
Gabriel Jesus,
Nobody to
Oga
finish.
finished chesting the ball. He wants to shake Makosa. Break. You know, and then he stoned it. He said, who is this guy? And this is number 9 for the season. It's not going to work.
It's terrible.
Arsenal needs a number 9. Then, like I say now, if you don't want to get Saka's replacement, you can take a Kai Havertz to that wing.
Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz can play anywhere.
I think Jesus is even better to play for.
Kai Havertz,
No.
Kai Havertz can play any. Jesus is better playing as your number 8 behind the main striker. He will
Yes.
do well. But Kai Havertz,
Because he can run
Everywhere
defenders
there.
everywhere.
Yeah.
so if you're not getting Saka's replacement, Kai Havertz can go there. But number 9, I think that Arsenal will be showing intent to do that. Playing your man Zinchenko in the midfield, I don't have an issue with that, but it should be at least 10 minutes to go. It's not supposed to start.
The thing is, if Partey goes on,
Tomiyasu.
like I said, if Partey goes on injury, who is going to replace him? Now you see Arsenal has tinkered with tactics, though he's worked, because last season you say this person is the best right back in the Premier League, Ben White.
Yeah.
We know officially that is not his role.
Centre back.
At Leicester City, at Leeds United and at Brighton, he didn't play as a right back. He's always played as a centre back or a defensive midfielder. But Arteta, for some reason, moved him to the right and it worked. We know Arsenal is not getting a right back.
And the issue now, even yesterday,
Timber played.
White
Played
and Timber
as-
started, and Timber played defense.
Defensive.
Yes,
So, which
defensive
means
midfield.
Arteta is not going for right back again.
Yeah.
So leave right back out of it. If not, I would have said Arsenal go for 4 players. But leave
And
right
it's
back out of it. Left back, Calafiori, good. Saka's replacement. And the number 9 position, like I said, if you want to get a number 9, make sure your team is set in a way that it will work well in the pitch, so that when you get a number 9, it will be easy for him to come and slot in and be a perfect fit. Now, Arsenal, we said about Man City, but at some point they were making it work. Now it has worked. They got in Haaland, and now it is now a perfect fit for Haaland. If Haaland is not available, Alvarez can come in and take over. But for Arsenal now, next season, if they don't get a number 9, even if they don't get a Saka's replacement, if they don't get number 9, they should just forget about the league. They should forget about Champions League knockout stages.
Simple.
Okay, let's see what happens with Arsenal. But for me, Arsenal is it like I said, like just like Manchester City, they need small players just to add into that.
Oh yeah, the only person they need right now
is a
is
striker.
They need
No.
a striker for
Who's that
Ghana.
for?
no for Man City. The only person they need right now, if you look at Man City's fold,
Now
is
for Arsenal.
Calvin, what's it called, Kyle Walker's replacement, possibly if he's not available yet.
One more, yeah.
Just
Yeah,
one.
Rico Lewis.
Nico Billis is still a young lad. You're not
But you
going
forget
to
that
trust
Man
him
City is
that
a
much.
coach who trusts young people. How old was Fido Foden when he trusted him?
Sure.
The guy just like trusting young players because he knows. Last year,
if you've had like 3 years to understudy the person
no,
that
so
was
last
there
year,
before.
Man City will carry Akanji and play right back. This is what the guy can do, and he will play very well. Ake are playing left back. Everybody's okay.
Akanji, so even when they won Champions League, he played left back. at
Ramsey
some
is
point.
playing back and he played like very well. Scored goals last season. So the man he has players very well. But I understand you need an out and out right back with speed,
with speed
like
and
Walker.
everything, like Walker.
How to replace that guy right now?
Walker Peters is just there for Brian, but they're not going for him.
Walker Peters. Is
Okay.
a
Finally,
very
with
good option.
Arsenal, Inter is asking for Kivio. I don't know. He wants to stay at Arsenal and fight for his place. But if you look at that defense now, I don't think Kivio will be playing. But him going to Inter, I think it's fair. Arsenal is actually trying to raise money, a whole lot of money for selling players, big pack players. And what do you make of that transfer, Joe?
I think Kirill should be staying if you ask me, because he weakens the team with him not there. and it opens up the conversation of then getting a level, because if Kiwior goes, Calafiori could have more option playing in the center, and then you now need somebody to come in on the flank. So either way, Arsenal is better off keeping Kiwior, but then if he goes, then there's need for a replacement.
If you look at, they have Timber. Timber is
Sure.
going to play either from the right or from the left back. Then they have Tomiyasu, even though he's injured, he's going to still come back. They have
And play as
Zinchenko
the
that
right
can
back
play.
now.
You
Yeah,
They have
but-
Zinchenko there.
See-
So they have a whole lot of players. So probably he's looking at his chances there. He's watching. He's going to play. He's not going to play as center defender.
Let's not forget last season that Kiwior did a fantastic job when he was called on in that position.
Left
So
back, yeah.
he is, let's say he's not at the level of Saliba, Magalhaes, but he's just a few knocks, a few breaths off those two players. So he's a defender in that capacity, and you are adding strength to that defense. Why now weaken it again?
My question is very simple. The Arsenal, is it crime for you to have 8 defenders in a team
Like
Arsenal has 6 centre half in a team
I
right
think
now.
that if
who can also diversify to play?
Now,
other
left back?
now,
positions
see,
too, and they are
6
getting game time.
Wait,
No,
6.
so you want to win the league?
6.
That's the
You want
thing.
to-
Wait, now,
Yeah.
wait, 6 centre halves, and 3 of them can play from either way.
Yes.
Which means you have 5 centre halves so far.
Mm-hmm.
Then other players can play right, and you're getting another Calafiori.
Mm-hmm.
That's making it 7. Which
Mhm.
means you can have 4 players that can play from left and
Mhm.
right, and 4 that can play from center. What do you need the
Hit
centre
your
half
point.
for
Let's
again?
break this
Hit
thing
your
down.
point.
Remove one.
Now-
There's no need to remove
now,
one.
right
Any
back.
injury to anybody
Right back.
in that.
Tomiyasu, Timber, White.
Yes.
2 of them can play centre back.
Yes.
3 of
Also-
them can play centre back.
Hello, Tomiyasu will be majorly a right back. Let's
Uh-huh.
put it like that. Then you have Gabriel,
Gabriel
Saliba.
Saliba, yes.
You have
Kiwior.
Kiwior. You have Calafiori, and you have Zinchenko. How many is that?
That's 7.
You should have name up to 9. Who else are you naming?
I said 8.
Exactly.
No, not you. There's this guy on the bench. I forgot his name. That could play defense again
Who's that
from
one?
the academy graduate. They
Who's that?
promoted.
I'm talking about people that can start. So is it
Why
a
did
crime?
they- Now, this,
Academy
I was
guys.
just saying, I was talking about just rule book that everybody's stealing from. Academic guys that 2 of them can play from the bench. I was even saying 8. Now you've mentioned it is 9 because of those 2 academic graduates.
You know
can play
that-
centre half.
It's
Now
a
this is
crime.
Arsenal's
It's
rule.
not like, see. Those 2 guys can get game time off the Carabao Cup and FA Cup when that opportunity comes. But for now, we have just those 7 players, and it's not a crime to have 7 perfect midfielders who
The
can.
only thing is not saying that they don't have
defense.
money. That's the only problem you can say, because look at Man City who's winning this thing. Check. Should we count Man City? You count, you almost get 10. You almost get 10. Now you're tired. They have carried to go and play midfield. So that's one thing. If you want to topple somebody like that, you must have to also have what they have.
Yes.
Look at it, even the Inter you're talking about, they want to buy Kiwior now. Go and check out what Inter has. So I think for me, Kiwior is a versatile player. Yesterday's game, he came in the second half and played center defense, and he played very well. He also played left back. I think you should keep him, or if he's going to go at all, let him go on loan. You might need him in one season to come.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope that Arsenal, they probably are finished planning for the season. They know who to buy and who not to buy, who to sell and who not to sell. Arteta has been making, and Edo has been making, for the past 2 years, they are making the correct decisions for Arsenal. So let's see what will happen in the coming days. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Go there, drop your comment, we'll read your comments live. You can also call 0706 048 5853 and give us your own contribution about Arsenal and other players for your club. Okay, guys, let's read the comments on our YouTube channel. Okutibi Emmanuel is saying, Nelson going. Okay, Nelson and Ketia going are good business, but please keep Smith Rowe. Nwaneri will step up, and he will step up now and make some bench time. So he's saying that they should sell and keep Smith Rowe. Everybody, I love Smith Rowe personally. I don't know why they want to sell him. Okay, Rachel is saying, I don't know if it's network. The picture is not clear. Okay, we're going to work on that. The network matter. Sorry about that. Okay, to be saying can't play Kai from the wings. No flair in his game. I rather use Jesus and Trossard behind Saka. We will need a proper number 9. Okay, we receiving calls. Number to call again is 0706 048 5853. Okay, let's move over to Chelsea. They played their own preseason game yesterday. They drew the game, but the interesting part of that preseason is that the formation the coach played. He played 3 at back. he started with 3 at the back. So Chelsea fans are probably going to be looking at the test of what the coach is going to do. But that formation is where I'm looking at for how style of play, what is going to do for Chelsea. But he played probably because of players that out for holidays and all that. I don't know if it's because of that he played that kind of formation. Now, John, what do you make of that for Chelsea? Because they are starting to build. They are trying to build, but playing 3 at the back. If you look at Leicester, he played 4 at the back. Now he's now at Chelsea. He's starting with 3 at the back. That's what Pochettino tried. Pochettino tried 4 at the back at preseason. Played almost all his game 4 at the back. First game in the Premier season, he played with 3 at the back.
It's crazy, you know. I don't like the look of that because it shows me that Maresca is going to be you know, from the way you play again, from the way you set up your side, you show me your intent. And his intent, from what I saw, is to play defensive football, and I do not like that for Chelsea. Basically, I do not like that for Chelsea because if you look at the way he set up, if you look at the executions on the pitch, I wasn't happy with it. So I don't know how Chelsea fans are feeling. I think Chelsea should play a standard back 4 with 4-2-3-1 formation and one lone man up there, maybe Jackson or someone else. But for me, I didn't like it. And then, you know, it shows, you know, one of the reasons why I'm against playing with 3 at the back is that you can see 3 at the back, but when we start the game, we see 5 at the back, and it shows me that you are starting your game looking to defend rather than looking to attack. And it's something that doesn't sit well with me, but, you know.
Also,
that game, 3 at the back, 4 at the back, I don't really think it was 3 at the back. I only felt it was difficult for the Chelsea side to man the midfield properly. And when you are traveling like that, you don't have a defensive midfielder because they went for Copa America and they are still taking some rest. Now you have attackers and defenders on your train traveling to the US to play. You say you have to manage what you have, and 3 at the back is just to see which defender they are going to let go this season. It's just the way it is because Chelsea has 25 centre halves.
but they have dropped.
You dropped only Chalobah.
Yeah, that's
You dropped only Chalobah out of 25. You dropped just maybe 1 or 2. You still have 22 centre backs that you're playing with and 5 attackers. No, look at the team yesterday. There was no proper midfielder that could say, okay, yes, this player, give him a shot at a big side.
I will agree, but not completely. Let me just run through the lineup. You know what I'm talking about. Let's say Tosin, Badashile, and Levi Kowe.
Yes.
Kowe might obviously end up becoming the left back because Crespo is always injured. Mid, he played Chukwemeka on the right. He played one young boy, Tyreek George, on the other side. He played in the middle, Romolavia and Rich James. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand because if you're going to play in the middle with Lavia, I play Rich James to the right, but you play Rich James in the center of the game. I don't understand them. He play
Madueke, play defensive midfield.
I don't understand
so
it.
That's what I'm saying.
He played Madueke, Gigu, and Nkuku on the right. Then for second half, he changed the full 11 players.
That's how I look at it. Chukwemeka is a midfielder.
Exactly.
He's an attack-minded player. Now, the only defensive player in that side is Rich James, and he's as a defensive midfielder, which means they don't have a midfield. They have defense and attack going for preseason.
Hello, good morning. Hello. Can hear you properly. Call back. The number to call is 0706 048 5855.
Lavia, where you want hype now? If you come Arsenal, who you go bench player? Who you go bench player? Nobody. If you come Man City, he won't bench anybody. And this is he can play for Chelsea.
Come and play a
That's what I'm
defensive
saying.
position. He played very well in his last club, just that he had an injury, just like Timber.
He had injury.
Yeah.
He was coming
Like-
out and he had an injury.
Now they have to play him alongside Rich James as defensive midfielder.
That's what I don't understand about the coach yesterday.
He
Or
was
any
trying to
small
he
side.
was trying to manage the squad he traveled
No,
with.
Hello, good
no,
morning.
no.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Chikazi.
Name and location, please.
Chikazi from Malu.
Okay, Chigozie from Agban Road. What's your contribution, Chigozie? Chigozie, I can't hear you properly. Your network is bad. Sorry, I have to. Hello, can you hear me? I can't hear you very.
Okay,
Sorry, Chigozie, I have to cut the call. The number, your line is
Not clear. Sorry about that. Okay.
So what I'm saying. Now, look, now in the second half, 46 minutes, he made 11 changes. Now look at what person he brought in. He brought in Raheem Sterling. He brought in a Leslie Gochuku, Amando Broa bench. Chilwell was on the bench. Malo Gusto was on the bench. Wesley Fofana was on the bench. So these are 3 defensive players that they bring in.
Defenders again.
Defenders
That's
again.
what I'm saying.
Let's take this call. Sorry, guys.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Name and location, please.
My name is King. I'm calling from New Haven.
Okay, what's your contribution?
Okay, what I want to say is, sorry, I'm not a Chelsea or Arsenal fan, but then I feel like Chelsea should get a striker because I don't know about that. I don't really know.
Okay, Chelsea should get a striker. Okay.
Arsenal, they should try get it because that one is not going to work. They have tried it and it's not working. And I
Okay.
think for Chelsea that they are playing that can actually feel bad for them. Then the whole Arsenal has so they just got some like 1 season ago. So selling him doesn't really make any sense. So I rather that they keep Kiro, sell Smith, and get a striker. I actually feel for Arsenal at this point. I mean, they should just get a striker. Then Jesus is not working. He didn't work for Man City, so he can't even work for them. They should just sell him and let him go. That's my contribution.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, he's saying that Arsenal and Chelsea actually need a proper
Strike that Jesus did not work for Manchester City and he did not work.
Yeah.
It's not working for Arsenal, so they need a striker. So I think he's right. Both of them need it. I feel that they should move Jesus to the wings. But let's see what happens with Arsenal and all. Okay, let's take this call again. Hello, good morning.
It's Marvelous from Maryland.
Okay, Marvelous from Maryland. Okay, what's your contribution?
Please, I need to know the score of Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea played 2-2 yesterday night.
They played how many?
2-2 this morning, 2-2.
The 2.
They played with
Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Say about Wrexham.
Okay, Wrexham.
Wrexham, yeah,
Yeah,
Wrexham.
Division
Yes.
10 of you. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. They play well.
They try. You know, it's a preseason game, so they changed all their first 11 after the first half.
Okay.
Yes.
And they were winning first.
Yeah, they were winning. No, they equalized. They equalized in 82 minutes. They were winning, they were losing, and they equalized in 22 minutes.
Equalized in 22 second minute, yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, but you are saying,
Yeah, I was saying that they had defenders, not so saying defender. Yes, I agree with you. Even if you have a defenders, you will do other things. The worst you can do is to bring a centre back, right, and play alongside Lavia at the center of the midfield, right? You don't take Reece James to go and play.
That's the problem.
I cannot understand what the man was doing.
Look at Reece James' profiling. He plays as a defensive midfielder. He plays as a right back.
Since
Where
when?
Reece James will not excel is as a centre half.
Since when did he play?
I've seen Reece James during the academy
Secondary
setup.
school.
I disagree.
I've seen Reece James during the
at
academy
some
setup.
point when you
play
went on loan to Wigan,
he played as a defensive midfielder. Yes, just like the same
After
way.
how many years of playing
Just
right back?
out of necessity for crying out loud.
Just like the same way you say you've not seen Ben White play as a defensive midfielder. He did it at Leeds United. Reece James did it when he was
When he
at
did it at
Chelsea.
United, they buy him.
He was on loan.
They buy him.
They don't buy him now.
Nobody
They don't get money
plays-
to
nobody
pay him.
plays- How can you
They
Reece
don't get
James?
money to pay. That's why he got to a club for
See,
Brighton.
just that he played in that position, maybe the club needed somebody to come and the
To
man
step in.
needs minutes. That doesn't mean he's a DM for crying out
Okay,
loud.
fine. Right, Ben White. Now that's saying Ben White now is the best right back in the Premier League last season. Does it mean he's a right back?
How many minutes has he played in
But
that
he has
position?
played
He's
almost
played
a
it.
season and a
That's
half.
what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying. Not be test the first test time
No,
there.
that's what I'm saying.
The first is
That's what I'm saying
test.
also. If you give me 3 right backs right now to choose,
Yeah.
there's no Kyle Walker, there's no Ben
Trent.
White and all. There's no Trent. You bring Reece James, I'll pick Reece James because if you give me now for Arsenal to take Reece James to Arsenal, I'll take him. Apart from injury, why the delivery of that guy on the ball, he can score goals, he can shoot. So why in my widest imagination will I wake up and see a lineup for Chelsea and see Reece James play centre back, play defensive
The problem
midfield?
that is who he played on that wings. He moved the midfield.
Ugochukwu, that's what I'm saying.
That's the problem everybody's asking.
Now the same thing I talk. Chelsea traveled with attackers and defenders, no midfielders. Lavia is just one, and maybe the other young boy from the academy setup.
No problem.
2.
Okay.
So they needed players to play in that position. You can't put a lineup and say
But why put James
7-3.
there when you know that it's going to put you at risk of losing the
It's
game
the same,
or
it's the same
worse?
experiment Ateta did with Ben White that this man is doing with Reece James, and it worked.
This is somebody
some
that
extent,
this is,
yesterday
excuse me,
it worked.
this is somebody that's been a stalwart for you in a position.
Your captain.
Like it makes no sense.
Well, you agree that you will agree. You now we agree that they should carry what do they call him? Arsenal captain. When you die, your boy name.
Odegaard.
Odegaard playing number 9 because they are testing. They are fantastic testing.
You can see now
Okay.
testing. The only testing you can test Odegaard now is on the right wing.
He has played there at least.
And when not be test the test
That's
and
number
then
9.
first.
Yeah,
It's
played
a
there
strange
before
wing.
now.
It's a strange
Look,
position for
look,
Reje.
look,
They
look at
would have
that.
lost. They would have been talking about
Look at another scenario. Kimmich, Joshua Kimmich,
Mm-hmm.
who know him as defensive midfielder, no be right back.
Right back, yes.
But when they started testing him as defensive, he was playing well. He
Yeah, and
started
he has
playing
done well, yes.
and he has done well there. Even what's his name? Completely saying, see, I don't know where to play either defensive midfield because I've gotten Paulina now that will play that
You
position.
have to go back to
I don't
right
know, so you have to go back to right back, and he's saying no, I want to play both. When the game
back.
is
You can
easy,
sit down.
when the game is easy, I can come to midfield. When it's tough, I'll go to my
Right
right
back.
back position, which is easy for him either ways to play both positions. So it's about testing the players. You've seen this player play when he was on youth setup, his position. Now he's coming there to play when there is no player. See, the work of the captain in the team is not to say I am a right back. I want to
You
play
can
the
play.
right
You can
back.
help the
I
coach
am
to do
the
anything.
I am the captain. I
Granted,
can
but
give
then-
you games. I can give you quality time. I can give you quality play anywhere you put me on the pitch, and that's what the if you and he's just coming back from injuries. For the past, I think it was the last 10 games of the season.
He was
because
bad
and Gusto was playing. So Gusto now being in that game yesterday, you don't tell the James to go and compete with Gusto when you know
Okay,
there's no
guys.
midfielder.
Okay, guys, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
I'm Shimado from Benue State.
Shimado from Benue State. What's your contribution?
Yeah, I can see that you guys are really trying, but let me just say that no, so it's mocking Chelsea in the studio.
So he's working Chelsea.
I can't do that, man. I can't do that.
But it is not his fault. It's the Chelsea management that allowed him to say something like that or to be saying something like that. Even yesterday, he was saying the same thing he said today. But I must say that maybe Chelsea want to do the magic that they do last 2 seasons. The attack was unable to score goal, but the defender were calling goal for them. That lead them to carry the Champions League that they carried last 2 seasons. So, in as much as I don't want to go for a striker, but I believe that by God's grace, we can do better. Our defenders or the midfielder can be able to conceive goal for us. I can see like Obama is there. So the problem is not much. They like let them not buy striker. So let them do what they want to do.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. He's a Chelsea fan. He is saying that Chelsea should
Actually be buying strikers. Like everybody didn't understand that formation, but let's see what he's going to be doing when the game starts. Because as I said before we started this Chelsea game, Pochettino did that when he started his preseason. He was playing 4 at the back, and he was working. He was winning games. He was playing fine. Suddenly, the first game in the season, he's playing 3 at the back. Second game, he played 4 at the back. Third game, he played 3 at the back. So probably sometimes coaches are confused. But let's see what happens when he starts. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay. Okay, let's remember, guys, we are live on YouTube. I'll be reading some of the comments again. Okay, Tibi is saying, John, Arteta was not the first person to play white from the right back. He did so several
Brighton.
at Brighton. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen and gentlewomen there. This is Tiger for calling from Garage the Chelsea man.
Okay, what's your contribution?
Our match yesterday, I don't watch them because I don't sleep, my brother.
Okay,
They said that 2-2 now.
now two now
But
play.
I thought they go play 3-4-3.
Yes.
3-4-3, that is 3 defenders.
Yes.
And I don't understand that type of midfield. He's supposed to play 4-3-3 now. 4-3-3. That is normal. But my brother, make you go buy our striker now. Striker. I think I hear that he's going for the goalkeeper. Some of the goalkeeper and they have submit some money. I hear that.
Yes.
I think he can tell this about that one. Make I hear about that one.
Okay.
Then Nigerian match. I think it's 6 o'clock now.
Yes. Yeah, Falcons and Brazil.
Okay, I think it's 6 o'clock now.
Yes.
And my brother, we are really people are trying there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. He's saying that he's not understanding what his coach was doing, playing three at the back, and everybody's complaining. But let's see what Chelsea is going to be. Okay, let's continue with the comments. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. Phil is saying Chelsea has been buying players back to back, and as for today, they couldn't boast of 3 midfielders for a preseason trip. So if Enzo and Caicedo get injured, this coach will be thinking. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location, please.
It's calling from Enugu.
Okay, what's your contribution?
It's about the game to play yesterday.
Okay.
I actually the formation. If someone use this formation and starts Premier League, actually you end up 20th. So because this strategy that is playing at is out of his position now. How can you be playing? Maybe it's because of the criticism, though. Maybe it's because of he's trying to check whether he can play as a defensive midfielder. Because I don't actually like Racism is playing there. You understand? And the formation that I use, like how can you be playing only attackers and defenders? What happened to all those midfielders that you are buying? The formation wasn't. It doesn't make sense. He's trying to check something.
Okay.
Even this guy that he dropped was Salodon that he dropped. He's not supposed to drop that guy. Can't play. He just dropped the guy. He are forcing the act of his club.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. Okay, thank you for all that contribution. Okay, let's continue with our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube. We are having a whole lot of comments. Emmanuel is saying, no matter how to explain it at John, James as a DM is a joke, taking too far. Oga go lost for the midfield. Straight up.
We're not crossing balls there.
Phil is saying of converting defender to a midfielder. This team is a joke, please. Begin to look like a human trafficking syndicate. Let's see what happens with Chelsea. Hello, good morning. Okay, good morning. What's your name and location?
Chigozie.
Okay, Chigozie. What's your contribution, Chigozie?
Please, I want to know the goal scorer for Chelsea in the preseason.
The goal scorer for Chelsea is Nkunku and Ugochukwu.
All right. So about that now, what the result yesterday?
They played 1-1.
No, I heard that the Chelsea coach is campaigning that his team will concede a lot of goals because the formation is playing from the back. Is that true?
Yes, he played a 3-4-3 yesterday.
And he says his team is going to concede a lot of goals because of his formation starting from the back.
Yes,
from the back.
I think he's trying to build from the back. So most time, if you are building from the back, it's always looking likely that you are going to be conceding goals because you probably be losing balls in your own half.
And in that case, that's not qualify for the any Europe game now. How can you concede a lot of goals and not score? Which striker will score for them? Is it Justice or Nkunku? Come to England.
Okay, let's see what happens next season. Okay, thank you for that contribution. Okay, let's move on. Chelsea is trying to sign a goalkeeper from Villarreal, Philip Jorgensen. They are planning to sign. They have been talking about him, but if you look at Chelsea, they have Kepa. We talked about yesterday. Kepa they will have probably brought back from Real Madrid, but probably is going. Now they are going to sign this keeper from Villarreal, Bowie. Do you think that Chelsea needs a move? Because I don't think they have this goalkeeper crisis. They keep buying goalkeepers every single year. Just brought in Sanchez. 2 years ago. Now they are trying to bring in another.
Sanchez was last season, 2 years ago.
I think it was Petrovic that was 2 seasons ago.
Petrovic.
Sanchez was
So
last
they have
season.
Petrovic. They have
Sanchez. So I don't know why they are getting. I don't know why you are getting the first choice goalkeeper from that side to make it 3 goalkeepers.
Three first choice
3 first choice goalkeepers.
Petrovic was
They are
the first
following what
choice
Arsenal
at
is
some
doing.
point.
Arsenal had 2 first choice goalkeepers. So I don't know what the plan is because I was watching. I think yesterday the top 10 saves in the Spanish La Liga, and that Villarreal goalkeeper was I think on number 5 or so. Fantastic goalkeeper, but I don't know the plan. So are they going to let somebody go? Will Sanchez go? I don't think so. Petrovic will not obviously go because it looks like he's going to be number one. So what is the plan for Chelsea? I don't know. The goalkeeping session for Chelsea is not the problem. Sort out your team, know your first 11, know your bench players are, and remove some players. Look at what Phil is saying on YouTube. Like Chelsea begin to look like a human trafficking scheme because you just buy everybody you see on earth and you don't know what to do. Because if I'm the coach, I'll be confused.
Yeah.
Drewsbury has not played. All the players that went on international duty are not back. Who will you start? Now you want to give yourself another headache.
Another headache
for a goalkeeper session where you basically the goalkeepers don't basically get injured. So one goalkeeper can play 4 seasons without injury and the other just be on the bench. Sure. So to me, it's not wise, but we cannot tell what the coach has in mind. It's possible. Now you'll be shocked that this goalkeeper will come down from Villarreal. It becomes number one. The other guys will go because every coach has their preference.
Yes.
Yeah, same way Arteta brought in Raya.
Straight up.
See, there's something Ralph Ragnick would say, and I'll quote him here. Now he says, "It's like a painting. You've not seen the finished work in your head. You only see the finished work in your head, but on the board, on the canvas, it's empty. It is when you put the finishing touch, you see what the painting will come out to be. And like a coach, you know what your team wants to play like. You know who to play in certain positions for your team. You have the image in your head. Until it starts to work on the pitch, everybody will look at you as some sort of fool that you don't know what you're doing. And for Chelsea yesterday, like I said this, I'll say this, they have a good side. I've said this before. Midfield is a problem for Chelsea. Kopama, Enzo, and Caicedo. They go off the bench. They go off to the bench. Who is replacing them without struggling? You only have Gallagher there, who can replace maybe Enzo. And you have Gallagher who might replace Enzo. You have Lavia, who you know will struggle, but there will be signs that there's no proper replacement for this person. Outside those two, who else will replace this first 3 choices without there being a struggle in that team?
But just to check in on what you said right here, you said Chelsea don't have a midfield problem. They have a defense and attacking problem. And
I'm saying they traveled with defense and attack. No midfielder.
That's what you are saying, actually. So if you ask me, I think that midfield is overcrowded. The entire team is overcrowded. And they need to bring in the right people, not just buying young players. You buy players that you don't know on a rainy day, they cannot come in and save you.
The only place that is overcrowded for Chelsea is the defense line. The front 3, who are there? Who are there in the front 3? You have no.
I think the midfield 2 is overcrowded.
Who is in the midfield?
You just counted just now.
You just counted 3. And of these players you counted,
Gallagher, Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, Palmer, Sterling.
Sterling attack.
Sterling is a midfielder for crying out loud.
No.
He can play him as a winger, but he's a midfielder.
See, you've not seen Sterling play behind the side.
Right now, Chelsea don't even let go almost 5 players to have sense. So the coach will not be confused.
You call Sterling as an attacker because he plays in the front 3. Okay. I'm talking about the middle 3. If you come out,
I just listed for you now.
You were calling Sterling. You listed. It's 5.
No, now.
It's 5.
Name again. Enzo.
Caicedo. Palmer. That's the first 3. Lavia just came in. And Gallagher. That's 5.
Ugochukwu
is an attacker too.
He's a midfielder.
He plays in attacking position as well.
They should reduce their team. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, remember guys, we are still live on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, let's use the comments again. Okitibi is saying 3-4-3 is for the team that have mobile midfielders. Nigeria did it in the Nations Cup and it took us to the finals. Chelsea is also saying Chelsea is buying quantity, not quality. Okay. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please.
Emeka from Enugu State.
Okay, Emeka from Enugu State. What is your contribution, Emeka?
My contribution goes to Chelsea.
Okay, to Chelsea. Okay.
That makes it overcrowded. And 2, if they move consider Enzo and Palmer, that means if they have problems, they should come and go to Tasa. Okay, that means is compared. And this attacker, Mudryk, is not effective.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. He's saying that the midfield is crowded and they don't have quality in that midfield, but it's still crowded. And Modric, they should say Modric can buy some quality winger. I don't know about that, but they're spending so much money on Modric. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Name and location, please.
My name.
Please, can you speak up? Name and location, please.
My name is Chukwudi from Enugu.
Okay, Chukwudi. Okay, what is your contribution, Chukwudi?
My contribution about Chelsea.
Yes.
the problem here that the coach is just testing players. That doesn't mean that the coach doesn't know what to do. The coach himself knows what to test. His formation, his tactics. We'll see whether it worked. So you're going to use them in the Premier League. That's what they'll start to do. For that draw. That's what you do. It doesn't mean that it's just what the test is, the capabilities, the quality. That doesn't mean that they just carry players. He just wants to know his players.
Okay.
Know how they play. Know how they do, know the character. You know. But the one you said about the carry defenders and attackers, no please. That doesn't. You know what? You know that players just finish Euros need to rest. Need to rest. Maybe the US will come and meet them in the US for the season.
Okay.
So they will use them. What the other comments that you guys said? It's really funny. How can a person stay right as statement that just in himself no football? You know, because if you know football, you're supposed to know that the coach knows what's doing. That you know now, next is now. He might play a different formation that will shock him and start winning games. It's not the same way Pep was doing.
Yes.
Pep other players system will play nonsense formation. But you know what they do? Come next season now, you see how they just go.
All right, thank you for your contribution. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about today's game. Let's move over from England.
Let's talk about the Olympic happened yesterday, and the games we have played yesterday, Argentina versus Morocco. Morocco winning that game 2-1. There's a whole lot of controversy in that game. Iraq played 2-1 against Ukraine. Uzbekistan played 1, Spain 2. Egypt 0-0 with Dominican Republic. Guinea 1, New Zealand 2, France 3, USA 0, Japan 5, Paraguay 0, Mali 1, Israel 1. Okay, guys, we have Olympic game. Women Olympic game starting today. Spain is playing Japan. Nigeria is playing Brazil. Canada is playing New Zealand. France is playing Colombia. Germany is playing Australia. USA versus Zambia. Let's talk about there's this controversy that happened between Argentina and Morocco. That game played after 2-2 draws. They gave 15 minutes. They gave a 15 minutes extra time. Argentina equalized at the last end of the game. 16 minutes. So the fans started the troubles and they went in. After almost 2 hours, they came back, reviewed the goal and cancelled the goal for Argentina.
Yeah, I think it just shows you that now we are seeing new things that can happen in football. If this had happened about that Liverpool game in the Premier League, then the season would have changed. Yes, I understood what happened. I think the referee gave too much of the extra time. Maybe I don't know whether I wanted Argentina to win. I don't understand it because I think the African side played a very, very beautiful game, and that happened. The fans could not take it, and they had to start throwing all the stuff inside so they had to stop the match, bring them in again. It ended, and they did that review, and I think justice was served for the team who deserved to win. These guys played fantastic football, and I could see the shock in Mascherano's face yesterday. You didn't understand what was going on.
Okay, John, what do you make of that game?
Yeah, I think the referees got it right at the end of the day.
It's not referee. VR. If it's not referee, don't.
Now the fan then provoked the referee to get that
check
right.
that thing.
Yeah.
But what I think is
let me just ask you the game of today, Nigeria versus Brazil. Just give us your last thoughts about Nigeria versus Brazil game.
I dey see it go tough. I don't know if you call anything, it go tough. Because you know when you look Brazil women, you're gonna see Mata, all those star
players. This is our last
there.
tournament, Mata.
And this is one of another tournament she's
Every
going
tournament
to.
is the last tournament for her.
I don't understand that woman.
The
41
woman don't
years.
enter 40 something.
Yeah.
I'll be 40. She's only go
She's 40,
45.
41 now.
And she still dey perform to that. So I beg, make we just.
But I don't think you should count the Super Falcons. The Nigerian team out. I don't think so. I think it's going to be a good game. 6 p.m. We'll see how it goes. You know. So for me, my basic thing yesterday was the win against Argentina for the African side and France
Dominating.
Brown. I was so happy yesterday.
Okay, guys, thank you for today's show. Remember, don't forget you can watch this episode on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. You can go back and watch this particular episode and other episodes we have been talking about on all our content on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. We have an amazing content. Thank you for today. Thank you for those that called in. Thank you for all your comments. My name is Godwin. Thank you with the guys in the studio. See you tomorrow. Up next is news at 9. Have a lovely day.